So we'll continue with acid and base. So today's question, that is, what is the color of methyl orange and phenolphthalein in acids or acid and base. Okay. Or basic solution. Okay. I told you methyl orange and phenolphthalein are organic compounds, so they are also indicators. So the reaction will be methyl orange with acids methyl orange with acid gives what solution? Gives red solution. Means methyl orange solution reacts with acid gives you red solution. Means methyl orange changes to red solution in the presence of acid. Similarly, phenolphthalein with acid is colorless. Very important question. This is colorless in this. Okay, then methyl orange with base will be what? Methyl orange with base gives yellow color. Phenolphthalein plus base is pink color. So these are the questions which will be short question for you. So to remember this, one more thing now. So in summary, now we are finding, look at indicators. What we studied so far: indicators, reaction with acid, base. Okay, so indicators we are taking now. Suppose if the red litmus, when the red litmus reacts with acid, what you will get? remains red. Red because acid changes into red. So red will be remain as red because red will be changed to what then? Red only. That means it remains red. Then red litmus with base, what it gives you? Turns blue. Turns blue. Okay, this is about your red litmus. Similarly, if you get blue litmus, with acid will give you red now. Blue litmus because base changes to blue, so blue will remain as blue. Okay, then if you take organic, phenol, phenyl, reaction with acid, remember it is colorless. Is colorless. Then it is with pink. Now what is left out? Methyl orange, it becomes red, it becomes yellow. This color changes you should remember with acid and base. Okay, now based on this you can create a question. What is the difference between acid and base? Question is, what are the differences between acids and bases? So what are the difference you find in this? So for that you write, one is the property, with acid, with base. Taste. What is the taste of acid? Sour. What is the taste here? Bitter. Taste will be acid sour, base is bitter. Then it comes up litmus solution. Litmus solution, acid makes what? Red. Base makes what? Blue. Red litmus solution remains as red and blue here. Okay. Then when it is methyl orange, methyl orange is red, this is yellow. Phenol becomes colorless. This is pink. So this is the basic difference between acid and bases. So next question is, what are alkalis? What are alkalis? Give 3 examples of each. Examples of it. Okay. The bases which dissolves in water you call as alkalis. So you can write the bases which dissolves in water are called alkalis. Example you can give sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. There are so many. The OH groups are called bases, but these are the things which dissolves in water. Sodium hydroxide will dissolve in water, potassium hydroxide will dissolve in water, calcium hydroxide will dissolve in water. So they are called alkalis because these compounds dissolve in water. But there are other examples which are called bases. The group that contains OH group will be called as base. So you can write here OH group containing compound are called base. But only water soluble bases are called alkalis. Okay, then comes up chemical properties of acids and bases. So now I'll start studying what are the chemical properties. So for that we'll take one activity here. Take one activity. So the reaction of acids with metal. So what the acids reacts with metal? Whether all the acids are reactive with metal or some are reactive, some are not reactive, some are more reactive, some are less reactive. It all depends upon the evolution of hydrogen gas. So for that, we'll take one example. One activity we take here. Take 5 ml of hydrochloric acid in a test tube. Okay, and few granules of zinc into it. Okay, what you did? You took 5 ml of hydrochloric acid, put some zinc pieces to that, zinc granules in the test tube. So what is your observation there? What do you observe in that? This is your lab activity. Observation will be a vigorous reaction takes place on the surface of zinc. Means if you have taken one test tube here, this is containing zinc, HCl hydrochloric acid, putting some zinc into it. You see vigorous of hydrogen gases. Gases will be involved in it. So that shows and gas is, you can write, and gas is evolved. Gas is evolved here, means gases are taken. How to know it is hydrogen gas? Now hydrogen gas, when you burn it, it burns with a pop sound. So take or collect the gas. Collect the gas in a test tube and bring a burning splinter near to it. So what you will see, what is the result then? The result will be the gas will burn with a pop sound. Gas will burn with a pop sound. So what does it tell us? That means the result is zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid to form hydrogen gas. So this is our observation. Metal means zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid to form the hydrogen gas. We can write the chemical equation: zinc solid plus I think I have done a mistake. It is sulfuric acid I should have taken. sulfuric acid. Actually, whatever I have written, collect the gas. The previously I have written there. Zinc metal. Once more I am showing you here. This is our H2SO4. Sorry. Then these are the granules of zinc. Then hydrogen gas is, do a correction. It is H2SO4 we have taken here. 5 ml. So H2SO4 solution gives what? Zinc sulfate aqueous plus, let me write here, zinc solid sulfuric acid gives you zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. Gas is evolved. Acha, I am leaving one question for you. You tell me whether it is a displacement reaction or combination reaction. So question mark for you. Whether this reaction is a displacement reaction or combination reaction. Try to answer. Okay. This is what kind of reaction is this? So you can answer. Which combination or displacement or double displacement? So what is that? You have to find out and write the answer. But this will be a homework for you. Okay, now the question is, when you are putting zinc in the hydrochloric acid, you are finding the gas is evolved. Are all the metals reactive with hydrochloric acid or not? So that we will verify here. So that is the question. Describe one activity to show that all metals are not reactive with acids. So what will do? Take some granules of magnesium, zinc, iron and copper pieces and copper granules are written here. Okay, in 4 different test strips. Take some with 4 different test tubes. Okay, so what will do after that? 4 equal amount of hydrochloric acid to each test tube. Let's see the reaction. So what I have done? 4 test tube. So we are taking here equal amount H2SO4 H2SO4 okay. In one you put magnesium, other you put zinc, Zn, other one you put iron, and other one you put copper. Some granules you have put here of equal amount. So what you see here is where the gas is evolved, H2, zinc also H2, gas is evolved, iron also H2, gas is evolved, copper, nothing is evolved here, no hydrogen is created here, but again very rapidly means more and more gases, very faster the gas is evolved here, means faster, rapidly, where in zinc, iron moderate, okay. कॉपर में नो इवोल्यूशन, कॉपर में नो इवोल्यूशन, नो गैस, that means copper doesn't react with acid here, iron reacts with sulfuric acid but is a moderate, not fast, hydrochloric acid reacts zinc, that is very rapidly here, but faster is the magnesium, means the gas comes more and more and it is very fast. So that is the reaction we got. So best, these are the observations we have done. So you can write magnesium with acid very rapidly, zinc with acid means rapidly, means slower than this, then this is moderate and this is low evolution of gases. So this is a very important point for us. Now what we'll do is, there can be a question here. The question can be, reactivity of iron, zinc, gold and magnesium with hydrochloric acid is as follows. So this is our question. The reaction is shown here. The first one we are writing. What it follows is magnesium reacts vigorously, zinc rapidly, then iron moderately, and gold doesn't react. This is the observation they made. Now what will be the question on this? What question can come? The question is, arrange the metals according to their reactivity by using their reactions. So which one is more active here? Magnesium. So right, first is magnesium, more reactive, then comes zinc, then comes iron, then comes gold. Means it is very active, it is rapidly but slower than this. This is very moderate and this doesn't react. Okay, let's take a question. So that can be a question. Why is it advisable not to store cords and other sour substances in the brass or copper vessels? So what is the answer? Cord and other sour substances contain acids. Okay, which react to it the surface of brass and copper to form toxic compounds. Earlier I told you, doesn't react with copper. It reacts, but it is minimum. But when the cord is poured into it, so it creates a toxic compound which are unfit for consumption. Which are unfit for consumption. Which creates some unpleasant taste. So this advice not to store in that. Okay, then comes up so you can have some properties of acids. You can write magnesium plus HCl gives you magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. So to balance it, you have to multiply 2. Second, you find zinc with HCl. What does it give? Zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Balance it, multiply 2. Third, magnesium plus sulfuric acid. Gives you magnesium sulfate plus H2. Okay. Then iron plus H2SO4. Gives what? Ferrous sulfate. Okay, this is for your knowledge to remember. So tomorrow we'll study some new things.